Have you ever been standing at a social gathering, holding a drink, trapped in an endless loop of, "How are you? What do you do?" and crazy weather we're having, right? You smile, you nod, and you play along, but inside you feel a quiet, heavy exhaustion setting in. At first, it's easy to assume you're just shy or maybe a little antisocial, but that explanation doesn't quite land, because when you're with the right person talking about the right things, you could stay up until 3 a.m. endlessly engaged. You don't hate people, you hate small talk. And today, we're looking at the psychology of why surface-level chatter feels so completely draining to your mind. Most people use small talk as a social lubricant, a safe way to swim in the shallows of daily life. But if you're a deep thinker or someone who is highly aware, thinking is like breathing. You don't just want to exchange facts, you want to understand. To you, surface-level chatter feels exhausting because while everyone else is happily swimming in those shallows, your brain is built to dive for pearls on the ocean floor of thought. You crave meaningful conversations, ones that dive below small talk into fears, dreams, and the architecture of the human heart. When forced to stick to the script of small talk, your brain literally feels understimulated, as if you were starving for a real connection, but being fed empty calories. But it's not just boredom, there is a profound cognitive load at play. When you are highly observant, you don't just listen to what people say, you notice the shift in their posture, the tightness in their voice, the moment their eyes look away long before anything is spoken. You process the world like a detective of emotion, scanning for patterns that others completely overlook. So during small talk, you aren't just having a casual exchange, you are simultaneously reading emotional data, interpreting subtext, and translating the performance. Communication becomes something you translate instead of receive. This is why just 10 minutes of a seemingly easy conversation about the weather, you feel exhausted for no good reason. You're carrying the weight of a complex interaction that the other person isn't even aware is happening. This brings us to a hidden paradox. People who hate small talk often have an intense, quiet craving for truth. In a world that constantly rewards performance and politeness, you recognize that most small talk is just a script. You realize that many interactions aren't just about connection, but about reassurance, control, image, or fear. You see how fear disguises itself as confidence and how people project what they cannot accept. Because you see the world so clearly, participating in the beautiful lie of small talk feels almost like a betrayal of yourself. You don't want to smile politely while your thoughts wander galaxies away. You prefer conversations that awaken something, ideas that linger after the words are gone. And finally, there is your relationship with silence. For many people, silence triggers anxiety. It feels like rejection, so they rush to fill every gap in the conversation with whatever words they can find. But you do not confuse constant communication with closeness. You understand that connection does not disappear when words pause. It simply changes form. You know that sometimes the most profound things are felt in the spaces between words. You would rather sit in comfortable silence without needing to fill the air with noise, simply because you are not driven by the urgency to perform. So hating small talk doesn't mean you are broken, distant, or antisocial. It means you value depth over speed. It means you protect your energy, preferring to wait for the rare moments when you can take off the mask and connect with someone authentically. If this video helped you recognize yourself or someone you love, you are not alone here. This channel is a space for understanding the quieter psychological patterns that shape how we think, connect, and move through the world. If you found this meaningful, consider subscribing so you do not miss future conversations. And if you absolutely hate small talk, drop a comment below and tell me what kind of conversations you actually crave. Your perspective might help someone else finally feel understood. Thank you for watching.